The 9 to 5 represents more than just hours on a clock. It's a sophisticated system of invisible chains that binds millions to a life they never consciously chose. Modern society has perfected this trap, and what makes it truly dangerous isn't just the physical constraints, but the mental prison it creates. When you're caught in the 9 to 5 matrix, your time is no longer your own. But the real problem runs deeper. Your thoughts aren't fully yours either. Your mental bandwidth becomes consumed by workplace concerns, deadlines, office politics, and the constant need to perform. Then you return home, perhaps to family responsibilities, and what mental energy remains is barely enough to collapse on the couch before repeating the cycle tomorrow. This mental taxation is deliberate. A system that keeps you mentally exhausted prevents you from seeing the bars of your cage, let alone planning your escape. It's far more effective than physical chains could ever be. Think about it. When was the last time you had the mental clarity to truly contemplate your freedom, to strategize your exit from this system? The 9 to 5 world doesn't just take your time, it takes your capacity to envision alternatives. Society conditions us from childhood for this reality. Our educational system wasn't designed to create independent thinkers, but compliant workers. From kindergarten through university, we're programmed to follow schedules, respect authority without question, and derive our worth from external validation and achievement. By the time we receive our diplomas, most of us willingly walk into our assigned cubicles, believing we've succeeded. The truth is that attempting to break free while still trapped in this system creates a dangerous conflict. Try focusing on your escape plan during work hours, and your performance drops. Your income becomes threatened, and with it, your stability, your health insurance, perhaps your ability to provide for those who depend on you. The risk feels too great, so you push freedom to someday, a day that rarely arrives. This is the true genius of the matrix we live in. It doesn't just hold you, it convinces you that staying held is the sensible choice. But what if there's another way? What if the first step toward freedom isn't a grand plan, but simply stepping out of your familiar economic ecosystem? Consider this. Over 47% of the global workforce now consists of freelancers. They've discovered that breaking the employment bond creates space to breathe, to think, to envision something beyond the next performance review or promotion. The digital economy has created unprecedented opportunities to earn a living without being tied to a desk, a building, or even a country. Many start this journey by relocating to places where their existing skills command the same rates, but living costs a fraction of what they're accustomed to. Countries like Vietnam, Colombia, and Thailand now host thriving communities of digital workers who've discovered that geographical arbitrage, earning in strong currencies while spending in weaker ones, can rapidly accelerate their path to financial independence. The math is startling. You can join the global top 1% of earners with just $50,000 per year. Many Americans already earn this but remain financially stressed because they're also spending in one of the world's most expensive economies. Change your location, and suddenly you're not just surviving. You're accumulating capital that can fund your next move toward true independence. Of course, this isn't about merely changing your address. It's about creating mental space to envision and build systems that capture value without trading your time for money indefinitely. A freelance career isn't the destination. It's the bridge that gets you from employment to ownership. The journey starts with identifying what value you can provide independently. Perhaps it's a skill from your current job that clients would pay for directly. Maybe it's something you've developed as a hobby or side interest. Platforms like Upwork have democratized access to clients worldwide, allowing you to build income streams without geographic limitations. With basic needs secured through freelancing, you gain something priceless: mental bandwidth to think bigger, to develop scalable systems, to build something that generates value even when you're not actively working. This might be content creation, a product, or a service business that eventually employs others. I'm not suggesting this path is easy or risk-free. Nothing worthwhile ever is. But consider which risk is greater: the temporary uncertainty of changing course, or the guaranteed certainty of spending your one precious life in a system designed to extract your time and energy until retirement. For those with families or significant responsibilities, the journey requires more careful planning, perhaps a more gradual transition. But don't use these responsibilities as excuses. They're precisely why you need to break free. To show your children there are alternatives to the conveyor belt from school to retirement, to create a legacy of freedom rather than compliance. At some point, this journey requires faith, not just in yourself, but in something greater. Call it God, the universe, or whatever resonates with your belief system. Walking by faith means taking steps before seeing the entire staircase. It means trusting that as you move toward freedom, unexpected doors will open. The first step to seeing what's beyond the mountaintop is climbing the mountain. You won't see the view until you make the ascent. And what awaits those brave enough to climb? A life where Monday mornings bring excitement rather than dread, where your income reflects the value you create, not the hours you endure, where your mind is free to dream, create, and contribute meaningfully to the world. If you're feeling that stirring for freedom, that sense that there must be more to life than the hamster wheel you're running on, you're right. There is. And you're not alone in seeking it. I've created a community of like-minded individuals on this same journey. People breaking free from conventional constraints, building location-independent income, and mastering the financial markets to accelerate their path to true sovereignty. In our Discord, we share strategies, tools, and insights you won't find in conventional circles, because conventional thinking keeps you conventional. Beyond just strategies, this community provides something equally valuable: connection with others who understand your vision, when those around you might think you're crazy for wanting more than the prescribed path. The road to freedom can be lonely, but it doesn't have to be. For those serious about accelerating their journey, our premium channels provide consolidated trading intelligence that would take you hours to gather yourself: dark pool data, unusual options flow, AI-enhanced economic analysis, and algorithmic alerts, all in one place, saving you precious time and mental energy that's better spent building your freedom. The choice remains yours. Continue in a system designed to keep you too exhausted to question it, or take that first step toward the life you know you're capable of creating. The mountain awaits. Will you climb it?